All right, we are driving to Wooden Bridge, what?
Dry goods.
Okay, so I'm a complete neophyte in this whole thing. So tell me, what are dry goods?
Okay. Dry goods are those things that would be sold by merchants that are not hardware or are not foods, groceries.
Okay.
So it's basically textiles, and then all the notions, that's another interesting word, that go along with sewing and any fabric sort of. Most of the customers would be people who are interested in quilting, or maybe not making quilts themselves, but wall hangings and purses and jackets and table runners and that sort of thing. They have classes.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll be able to, anyway, I expect that there's a class going on at this point, and we'll be able to walk in and see a beginning applique class.
Okay.
Unfortunately for us, the owner of the store, who has been very welcoming for our coming and visiting, will not be somebody who can be interviewed. It is against her religious beliefs, and the other young women who work at the store, the same sort of thing. So the kinds of services you would ordinarily get at going to Wooden Bridge, we won't be able to avail ourselves to. Well, what we're doing is going from Fleetwood to Lyons and then turning toward Kutztown. You could also, of course, come from Kutztown, and it's off Deisher Road, and it's located on a farm, the Martin family farm.
So are we going to actually cross the Wooden Bridge?
We're going to cross the Wooden Bridge, yes,
we
are, about a half mile back here.
Okay, cool. All right.
This
is
Berks County at its best.
Which came first, the bridge or the store?
I'm sure the bridge.
The bridge. The bridge was here.
I'm sure.
Okay.
In order to get to the farm, and the store building had been a milk house.
Okay.
We're all interested in fabric crafts, that this is a wonderful resource, one of Berks County's treasures. And obviously it's not just a Berks County treasure, because this is a map that shows where customers have come from to shop at Wooden Bridge Dry Goods, not just all around the country, but other countries as well. One of the services at Wooden Bridge Dry Goods is that you can take classes in all different kinds of quilting skills and perfect your own ideas that you have brought with you when you decide you want to be a quilter. And how did you hear about Wooden Bridge Dry Goods or these classes?
Everyone
My
knows.
husband.
Word of
Oh,
mouth.
no. Everybody knows the church.
Everybody knows Wooden Bridge.
If you like fabric, you know where Wooden Bridge is.
That's right.
And when you're new to the county and to the area, this is where they tell you to go.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I found it.
I'm so glad you did too.
Great instructors here, and they have a variety of classes, you know, not only in quilting, but just pertaining to fabric. And I've taken many classes. You can't beat them.
What is it you're ironing there?
A circle.
A circle, okay. Tell us a little bit about what you have there.
It's a hand applique tulip, and you used a heart, a circle, an oval, and the stem. Basically all the techniques that you will need.
Now we'd like to show you around, show you the bolts of fabric. They're arranged according to colors for the most part, and you'll just see that it goes on and on and on. Reds and pinks. Okay, these are purples, endless blues, prints of all kinds. A lot of animal prints. This is an area of the shop that is basically for the local farmers. Their hats, their overalls, their sunbonnets.
Ah.
And you certainly don't find those selections at most places. And then, of course, here we have buttons and threads. These are fat quarters, and anyone who is involved in quilting understands what fat quarters are. You take a yard of fabric and divide it into 4 parts, and one of those would be a fat quarter. It's a way that they get rid of the remnants on the ends of a bolt. These are all the trims, pillow forms. This is what we would call the notions, the things that you need for sewing or that make the sewing go better. And once you've chosen your fabrics, you would bring them here to the cutting counter and tell them how much you want, and they will cut it, and that's the end of the process. I hope we've whetted your appetite, that you might like to explore Woodenbridge dry goods. People come here from all over the world, all over the United States. It is something that if you have been involved in quilting or fabric arts, you've probably heard of it, or you would like to hear of it. So please come out to this part of Berks County between Kutztown and Lyons and do a little exploring.